Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are here for the semifinals, part one of the semifinals to determine the best Universal Champion. Obviously, in the first round, to review, Lesnar defeated Goldberg, Kevin Owens defeated Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins defeated the Demon Finn Balor, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt defeated Braun Strowman. So in this episode, we are going to play or watch. I'm going to commentate. You guys are going to watch. This episode is just going to be solely for the Fiend versus Seth Rollins. So obviously in the first two episodes we played all the entrances. In this one we are not going to. We're just going to kick right into it. So this is the first match in the semifinals of the tournament to determine the best Universal Champion. So we have the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. And in real life, I think they both have one victory apiece. Obviously Seth Rollins defeated the Fiend at Hell in a Cell when the referee called the match, and then the Fiend defeated Seth Rollins at the Super Showdown match. So here we go. Kicking it off, semifinals. Seth Rollins just kicking it out with a sling blade real quick. Remember, in the first match of the Fiend, big driver drop here by Seth Rollins, really starting off strong. Remember, the Fiend got his butt kicked by Braun Strowman in the first few minutes and then bounced back big time for a victory. So, here we go. Another suplex here by Seth Rollins. He knows he's got to go fast to get one on top of the Fiend. Here we go. Seth Rollins rollout kick. Cover here, kick out before even one. Oh, big punch from Seth Rollins and the Fiend. Seth Rollins needs to work very quickly. Super kick to the gut. Seth Rollins, he's going to go probably drop him right on the top rope there. Yep. And the Fiend falls right down. Seth Rollins is trying to work as quickly as he possibly can. Punch to the back of the Fiend's head. And Seth Rollins is going to top rope. Oh, went for the elbow drop and miss. And then the Fiend covers Seth Rollins. One. Kick out at one by Seth Rollins. And here comes the Fiend. Big uppercut. And the Fiend, is just choking Seth Rollins on the rope. Big clobbering kick to the back of the neck. And the snap of the neck by the Fiend. And he's going to get him up for a big tossing suplex. Stomp onto it, the chest. And a big punch. And his just gonna choke him with the foot. Fiend. Stomp. And the Fiend's gonna drop him on his back and pick him up. Seth Rollins counters. Went for a drop kick. Seth Rollins going for the cover on the Fiend. One. Kick out at one. The Fiend's back to his feet first. And he went for another Mekanushu driver. And a big Russian leg sweep gets him back up to his feet. The Fiend. And the Fiend goes for Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail and a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And now the Fiend throws him to the outside. The Fiend has him on the DDT on the apron from the Fiend. Big DDT on the apron. Big clobbering punch and a takedown on the outside of the ring. The fans are chanting, "This is awesome." This is the first semifinal matchup here to determine the best Universal Champion. And the Fiend, who looked to be struggling in the first early parts of this match, has now taken control and throws Seth Rollins back into the ring. The Fiend is stalking Seth Rollins and a big tossing suplex again. Here we go. Dropping headbutt from the Fiend. Cover. Kick out at one from Seth Rollins. Oh, stomp on the leg. Oh, here we go. Big Uranagi slam from the Fiend. Uh-oh. Seth Rollins. He's going for it. Boom. And the Fiend is back to his feet immediately. Kick to the back. Seth Rollins float over. DDT. Went for the kick to the gut. Here he goes. Curb stomp onto the Fiend. Curb stomp onto the Fiend. And he's going to drag him to the front of the ring. And a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by the Fiend. Seth Rollins sitting here trying to figure out what he needs to do to take down the Fiend. And here he goes. He's getting going. Forearm, forearm. And a sling blade from the Fiend onto the Fiend. He gets him right up again. He went for a Ric Flair chop. Went for the enziguri. The Fiend puts him up in the... Oh, big clobbering. Choking on him as he's down. Fiendra sits him up. Brings him to his knee. Big clobber to the head. Uh-oh, calls him up. Boom, mandible claw. Mandible claw. Uh-oh, Seth Rollins fights back. Fights back. Small package driver. Cover. Cover. On the Fiend. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins defeated the Fiend. Another questionable outcome, but Seth Rollins escapes the Fiend with a quick small package pile driver.
Here is your winner,
Seth Rollins is the first man to move on to the finals. And here we go. That is the end of this episode. So tune in to the next episode to find out who will face Seth Rollins in the finals. The next semifinal match in the next episode will be Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Owens. The longest reigning Universal Champion versus Kevin Owens, one-time Universal Champion and lost to Goldberg. Kevin Owens won the Universal Championship in a fatal 4-way. I believe Big Cass, Seth Rollins, himself, and one other person was in that match to determine who would become the new Universal Champion after Roman Reigns had to vacate the title. So, no, after Finn Balor had to vacate the title. Sorry, history's a little off there. But tune into the next episode, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you want us to do next. But stay tuned to the next semifinals match.